everyone, it's Morgan from For the Love of Paper with a 12x12 process video for you today. This one is a photo of my husband and my son when we went to Disney on Ice a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just going through showing you all the embellishments and papers and bits and pieces that I'm going to use for this layout, and I'm hoping I get a chance to use some stamps on it as well. And that piece of paper at the bottom, I made my own texture paste the other week, and that was my little sample test page that I did, so I thought I would use it on this layout. So I'm just cutting out a square in the middle of this 12x12 cardstock so that I can reuse that bit for later, and then just cutting down the craft piece to size, so I just leave a little, it's about nearly a centimetre border all around the sides. So you do have to excuse my voice at the moment if it sounds a bit funny. I am just recovering from a few illnesses that I've had, which has been really crappy. So that's also another reason why there hasn't been too many videos posted in the last couple of weeks. I just have not had the voice to be able to do any voiceovers. They're all just sitting there edited, waiting for me to do them. So this paper here is an old one from Stampin' Up, and it's black with white writing on it. It's just like newspaper but in reverse. So I'm matting it on that, and then on this red one, and these are the same papers that I used in my last video, which I think was a picture of Sam making the train. So I have reused the same colours for this one. They'll probably go next to each other in my album, so it kind of works nicely together. So I matted that one a couple of times, and then just putting some other bits and pieces of paper underneath. So the photo there, you can see it better now. We were going to Disney on Ice, and we decided that we would have some food before we went in, and Sam wanted some chicken nuggets, so he got some nuggets and chips, and we were sharing them with him. And then he wouldn't do a smile for the camera. He insisted on having the nugget halfway in his mouth, and he goes, "No, you take it like this." So he kept doing that until I took the photo, which was just, that's so him. It's pretty cute. But in the photo there's a cup in between the two of them that my husband's holding, and it's like a snow cone inside it, but the cup has Mickey and Minnie and everything on it, and it lights up, and he just thought that was the best thing ever, that he got to choose something to buy. Although I think I need to go and take out a second mortgage just to pay for it. It is so expensive, the merchandise. I think that cup was like $20 for a cup. Come on, like normally I would not pay that, but it's his once a year little excursion that we get to go on, so he gets his little. I think they're probably more for me than for my husband. He enjoys it and he comes along, but I think I enjoy it a lot more. And this year I think Sam enjoyed it even more than last year, because he could understand it just that little bit more. He's pretty cute though. As soon as you get in, he sits there with his hands over his ears and thinks it's going to be really loud and really scary. And we have to try and calm him down and say, no, it's not going to be scary. There's no noises. It's all good. It's just music and happy. And then by about 5-10 minutes in, he's just sitting there fixated on these people skating around and all the colours and everything. He loves it. So I don't know what next year's one. This one, it was Dare to Dream, which was kind of a mixture of all different ones, which was similar to last year. So I don't know what next year will be. Everyone's kind of saying it could be Frozen, so we shall see. Anyway, that's enough attention about that. We'll come back to excuse me, come back to the layout. So what am I doing? Just sticking all those papers down, and I had picked out a few of my embellishments before. So I think I just go and stick all of those down now. I really should have sped up this part of the video. Yeah, sorry about that. It's a bit boring watching me fiddle around with tape and glue. Oh, some washi. I haven't used washi tape in a while. And this one, it's nice and red, and that fits with the Mickey theme. And I did actually have a couple of Disney embellishments that I got with a Simple Stories pack a while ago. I think it was Simple Stories. And I didn't end up using any of them on this layout. I don't know why. They just didn't. Yeah, that's one of them there. I think it says Mouse & Co. Yeah, so I just fiddle around trying to find a spot for it, and yeah, it doesn't stay there and I don't use it. And then I had a few other little embellishments that I was trying to use as well. That little red banner with the heart on it, I end up popping that up in the top. Sorry, that's my son in the background. He's being crazy and jumping around on the couch, which he shouldn't be doing, but because I'm busy doing this, he's getting away with a couple of things he wouldn't normally get away with. So just popping a few more little embellishments around the place, and that one goes up the top. I do make a little embellishment cluster up in that top corner just to kind of have the extra little focal point, because you try and do it in threes and triangles. So I've got the top, the bottom, and then the one to the side in the photo. And then I also have my title as well, which will pop in very soon. Because it was just going too slow and taking too long to get through everything, and the video would have been going for another 10 minutes, and we really don't want to sit here. I don't want any of you to sit here and watch me ramble on about nothing for an hour and a half. So now I'm just trying to put my title in, and I do have it like that, so it's on the 2 rows, but then I have a bit of fiddle around with it off camera, and I decide to put it all in 1 row, which you will notice in a minute. So then I was trying to stick down the rest of those embellishments, and I've been wanting to use that resin piece for ages, the Love You to Bits. I've had that sitting in my stash for a long time, and I've tried to use it on a couple of different layouts, and it just never fits anywhere, but it finally worked on this layout, and I really like the way it came together and just really fitted with the picture, because they are my 2 favorite people. And so now I'm just going through and cutting up some scrap bits of paper to see if I can fit them in anywhere under the title, but I don't really like any of it, and it doesn't really matter because that title gets changed around a bit very soon anyway. So then I was trying some black washi tape, and I think I end up actually leaving that there. I think that's what I finally decide looks okay. Oh, there we go. I've added to the tape, and I've put the title all on 1 line, which just, I don't know, makes it a bit more cohesive, so you can just see it all rather than having to move your eye all around the page. And just putting a bit more of that red washi in to try and tie it in from what I did down the bottom. And then that's a little flare. I think that's from Stamping Up. They're one of their Christmas kits from last year. And then these tiny little wooden alphas that I have hoarded for a while. I love them so much. They're so tiny and cute. They're only about 1 centimetre high. So I just put in Dare to Dream, which was the name of the show. And I know it doesn't look like you can read it that well in this image, but when I take a close-up shot later, you can see it is quite easy to read. I think it's just the camera angle and the lighting that makes it not look that great. And then just finishing up the little embellishment cluster at the top of then I think I get my stamps out and try to do some stamping on the page. Yep, I do. And I can't remember what that says. Let's do this, maybe? I think that's what it was. And that was a stamp from one of my Links of Life kits. I'm not sure which month. I think it was May or June that one's from. And then just adding in the date, and that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.